All right, good morning. This morning I'm going to be putting a Boston butt onto my new Akorn Kamado grill. I've been a Weber man for a long time, but I'm trying something new. I guess you could say it's an upgrade, although I love my Weber. Always have, probably always will. I doubt I'll ever get rid of them. I'm using some Royal Oak charcoal. I've got a pecan chunk down there, and I've got one of these Weber cubes that I'm going to use to light it up. I've soaked my chunk for about an hour, and presently I'm letting my Boston butt come up to room temperature. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to light the cube. There it goes. Okay, let that get going. Alright, I just lit the coals, and I'm going to go ahead and put my Char Griller Akorn smoking stone over the top. And on top of the smoking stone, I put a water pan. Alright, and at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and shut her down. I've got the bottom vent at a 2. And the top just slightly open. Alright, there's the Boston butt. It's a 9-pounder bone in. I got it from Kroger. It says that it's all natural. I put a dry rub from America's Test Kitchen on there. It's the dry rub for barbecue, chili powder, quite a bit of paprika, cumin, brown sugar, white pepper, black pepper, salt, a little bit of cayenne. And I've been letting this come up to room temperature for the last 50 minutes. I'm going to let it come up for about another 10-15 minutes until I get those coals settled down, and then I'm going to put it on the grill. And this dry rub I did put on yesterday afternoon, and I wrapped it in saran wrap and left it in the refrigerator overnight. Put the Boston butt on. I'm going to leave it in the pan because I'm going to cover it with foil later. Shut it down, close the latch. I'm only at about 100 degrees now, but I'm just going to let it come up to temp with the Boston butt in there because I'm losing precious smoke. Alright, it's only been 5 minutes, but I've watched my temperature go from about 90 degrees up to 150. This is my first time smoking on this Akorn. It's really my first time using this Akorn, so kind of an experimentation project, but I went ahead and opened up the top vent and the bottom vent all the way to try to get it up to temp. I'm looking for about 250 to 275. Okay, I've got it up to 275, so I just shut it down a little bit, about at a 1.5, and I'm just going to try to hold it between 275 300. I put it on at 8 o'clock this morning. It's 8:20 now, so it's been 20 minutes. It went from 100 degrees to about 300 degrees, and I'm hoping to have this done by around 4 o'clock. So 275 to 300, hopefully that gets me there. Okay, it's been 4 hours, it's 12 o'clock. So I opened her up. I put a couple more coals on. And I went ahead and covered the pork up with some foil. I inserted my electronic probe, and I shut it back down. I've been maintaining anywhere from 250 to 325. Just need to be careful after adding some more coals to monitor it and make sure it hovers around 325. Right now I'm reading a temperature of 146. And I'm looking to get it to around 200 to 210. So I'm right on pace to finish this about 3-4 o'clock. Give it some time to rest and pull it apart and toss it with my barbecue sauce. And as you can see, I set up my ReadyCheck wireless probe for pork. Final temperature to 205. Right now I'm reading 147. This ReadyCheck is great. I can be up to like 80, 90 feet away, go inside, watch the ball game, whatever, and it still gives me the readings from the grill. Okay, well, the pork's at it's at exactly 209 degrees. It's coming up on 7 hours of grill time. The last bit of coals I put on at lunchtime around noon are fading out, so this is pretty good timing. The grill's down to about 200 degrees. So I'm going to open it up. And at this point, I'm going to take it off and let it rest for an hour. Now I've put the entire foil wrapped pan into some brown paper bags. And this is just something that America's Test Kitchen recommends. They say it's going to break down the tough collagen. So I'm going to leave it in there for 1 hour. It's rested for 1 hour. I'm going to go ahead and remove the paper bags. Throw them on the ground, yes. And open her up. Oh yes sir, there we go. That's our final product. Okay, I'm just going to tear into it here. Super tender, falling apart. Still very hot, using tongs. I mean, here goes the bone, like nothing. Okay, I just poured 1 cup of some homemade barbecue sauce all over the top of the shredded pork. It was really hot, so I went ahead and used my bear claw devices here, and I'm going to toss it. It's a little bit on the spicy side, so I separated some and saved it for the kids. Kiddos aren't too big on cayenne as of yet. So I'm going to toss it up, serve it on some buns with some pickles and some mayonnaise, some homemade coleslaw. Life is good. Well, it's time to eat. I whipped up a couple sliders with some claws and dill pickles and some homemade coleslaw and some Bush's baked beans. Should be good. Overall, the experience with the Char Griller Akorn was great. It was what I expected it to be. I didn't have to monitor the grill nearly as much as I had to with the Weber during longer smoking times. I only had to feed the Akorn, I think, twice over 8 hours. I probably could have cut that down by adding more coals at the beginning. I'm still learning. This is my first time smoking with this grill, but overall, great experience. Product came out great, and I'm gonna go eat. So that's it.